All right, we're back with Nolan doing some oversight. So basically, we just got elected into power. I'm trying to be incredibly authoritarian because my last run, I went too much in the Workers' Party and got in debt, and then all my cabinet ministers left to be more conservative. Even though I, I mean, the economy was great, but then I got below. I put myself in like $1 trillion in debt, and
Oh
yeah, it
yeah.
didn't work. But yeah,
Well, I
essentially,
mean, the best thing you could do is just oppress the proletariat and take all their money.
that's the plan. So I've kind of
Yeah, that's
modeled
good.
my guy off of Eel Egg, like my
Nice.
leader's the sort of Eggman here.
I
So
like it. I like
anyway,
it.
we're just kind of at the inauguration right now. There's a list of people there. Oh, this is the guy.
Dude, holy
This
shit.
is fucking Chief Man over here, Orso Hawker. There's a bunch of shit going on. I got a
It looks
wife.
like he hates poor people.
Oh, he does.
That's good.
He's called the Old Guard. Where is that? Which like all the people like just protecting some shit. There's like this
Beautiful.
group of like so it's based on like Turkey.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's a issue with like the blue dish, which are basically just like a stand-in for like the Kurds. Last time I tried to treat
Ah.
them pretty well, but they didn't like me and tried to shoot me. Luckily, I got like a
Well,
pocket
might as well
watch.
kill them.
Yeah, no, so I think that's the move this time is just subjugate completely. The time for the oath has come. It has indeed. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will respectfully execute the office of the President of Sordland to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the people and the Constitution of the Republic of Sordland. You may now deliver your inauguration speech, Mr. President. Thank you. All right, we're gonna go fucking
Hell
crazy.
yeah.
Dear citizens, I gotta like put a harsh divide.
Yes.
The idea of unity. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I know. For any generation, this country's long history have kept us tied to an idea, the idea of unity, and our people's right for a free and prosperous life. The issues. I wish I could say like the people that plague us. Like I'm just really trying to like blame absolutely everyone but myself. We have insufficient infrastructure, houses without electricity, without water, crime in the streets, unemployment within the youth, and still injustice of government that plague us. No, I don't want to rewrite our constitution. It gives me a shit ton of power. I promise you, we will stop the. Swordland is above all in the world. Absolutely.
There you go. There
It
you
is
go.
time for a united and powerful Swordland once again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, perfect.
You know what they
Oh
say?
yeah.
MS GA. Make Swordland great again. Masug. That was hundreds of thousands cheered. They were shouting my name. Fuck yeah, Anton. And my name's Anton. Unfortunately, that's one thing you can't change.
Ooh,
Oh,
rough.
raise fist, wave, definitely raise fist, right? Bam, yeah, fuck you now. Take a long look at the people who swore that burned this moment in my memory. One of the presidential cars came by to notify me that it was time to leave. We were in the leading car in the motorcade. Presidential state car was a Jack Black Cadilla with flags of Swordland above the front headlights. Next to it, a man was holding a door. Okay, this guy, we're gonna be very nice to this guy. Look at this fucking dude.
All right. Oh, he's a driver. Look at him.
He's chill. It's got some specifications here that people can pause if they really want to see it.
I
Because
mean, I feel like you have to be nice to him, or else you can just Princess Diana.
that's sort of. I think that's actually a threat. So I think we're gonna say like, it's nice to meet you. We're having a good time. We'll be heading towards the palace. Motorcade and move on the way. Yeah. Don't Princess Diana me, please. That would be fucking terrible. Isn't it a beauty? Bang! Just right into a fucking wall. He's like, so by the way, you're like, I don't want to hear about your kids for the 14,000th time, Serge. And he's just like, alright. Floors the gas. So bright he had to look away. Every time I look at it, I remind him of my duty not to crash this car. It's in good hands now. We all owe great debt to the men who led the country here. It's in good hands now. Oh yeah. I'm sure of that. Good. He's sucking up too. This is good.
Nice, nice.
Serge got out of the door and opened got out of the car and opened the door for you. Have a great day, Mr. President. Agmorna Wescore. That's like the
Oh,
speech of the country. Yeah. It's like
very
morning will come,
beautiful.
victory is close. Vector insista. We're definitely gonna make use of that. I made my way upstairs through the extravagant corridors of the palace. Marble and engraved wooden finishes decorated the interior. My footsteps echoed in the colossal halls. The guards bowed their heads in respect as I entered the massive doors to my office. Okay, so basically, this is our country here. We got Agnonland,
Oh, beautiful.
Nargis, Bergia,
Nice.
Gelsland, Wholesword, Lauren, and Greeny. These are all sort of
Really?
our boys. And there's these seas here, the Marchian Sea, the
Oh yeah,
and Antichaean,
Antician?
and
Antician?
maybe Antician. I feel like that would be like an
I
I.
think
I
it's
don't know.
Antician.
Anyway, Marker Bay, Gios,
Oh,
some shit down here. Okay, these guys are pretty cool. They're like Western. These guys just shooting.
lesbians?
Sorry.
Lesbians.
Oh yeah, okay. It's definitely what I heard
They're
you say.
lesbians.
Welland is like committing a shit ton of like human rights violations. That's fine because we're gonna be doing the same. Rumberg,
Yeah,
this
you
is
should
like
punch them.
our main enemy. They got a really fucking massive military. And they're like the only country that is still like run by his stupid monarchy. And then up here, Agnolia, which is like the dumbest little piss ass country. And these two are gonna go to war over this little guy right here. So that'll be interesting. This is like
Beautiful.
the Russia lover, like the United Contana is what they're called. Sent over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One sec. United Contana. It's like the USSR. And then
Ah, beautiful.
yeah, so you got like the chairman dude over here, and then
All right, buddy, I gotta go now.
yeah, like you don't want to learn more about the intricacies of this made-up world.
Well, I'll learn it when I watch your shit.
You know, someone's
Which
gonna
is fair.
watch. That might be the only viewer.
See you later, bud.
All right, bye, buddy. All right. Well, in that case, Nolan is gone. That's fine. We will get to going here. So, there's a bunch of shit we need to do. Economy's in pretty bad shape. We don't have good women's rights. Look at all this shit. This is horrible. The military, not great either. Welfare, not great. Order, no. So, the main two ones that we want to focus on if we're going to be a big bad boy is this, and then a little bit... sorry, not that. Sort of these two, and then a little bit of the economy. We don't give a shit about this. This doesn't matter. And, like, yeah, whatever. This is just the shit that we do. Freedom of the press, we need to get that out of the way. If we look at the government that we control, so we got Mr. Peter here. These are all our ministers. This one, and this one are not going to like us. This one, and this one will, because we will be very sort of pro-military. This guy's going to like us. We like conservative politics. This guy, we're gonna try and sort of hit the middle ground where we take out the oligarchs and the reformists, but sort of keep the old guard because we want to have those in charge. This fat little boy right here is not our friend, so we don't want him around. And this is sort of the breakdown of seats in Parliament that is subject to change a little bit depending on what we do. People go over to him, people go over to him, people go over to him. Sort of goes around, and then this is sort of how our Supreme Court is broken down in 11-thing tie. So technically, the old guard can get taken out, but that's something we have to do if we want to change the Constitution, which I don't want to do because I like the power that it gives the president. So, another USP president. People don't like me. Restructure the infrastructure and Solonomics. These guys won't like me. So these two guys are not gonna like us because we're kind of gonna go for these guys here. So we got 37% of the general vote. This guy here is going to be sort of our friend. He's sort of the nationalist dude, but we are going to sort of consolidate our power. So let's take a look here on our first briefing, which is always between these three guys here. Simon Hole, Gus Manger, and Lilius Graff were about to arrive at the White Room for a scheduled economy meeting. This was the room in the room palace where all the important meetings were held. Two assistants arrived first, carrying a huge projector. Heavy. Making up my own words. They stood by the door, waiting for the ministers to enter. From the hallway, I heard Lilius Graff's voice. She was using the patient, almost motherly tone she often took in heated arguments. Gus, do you really think that such an economically advanced area is in need of more investment than Agnonland? Lilius, my interior minister, strode in. She was clad in shades of brown and beige, the only spot of color a bright yellow Nurus star on her necklace. Nurism is like the state religion. Gus followed close behind. Don't be an idiot, Lilius. What about the unemployment crisis in Greater Holsorden the Gelsen legions are going through? These areas are economic heartland. I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to kind of read it while you guys go through it, because I think if I just read it all in one go, I'm going to die at the end of this by talking too much. One thing I did notice, that is more wealth than I have normally had when I've started the game, so that's kind of cool. These two are really up in arms. This guy's sort of just our boy who likes to take care of us. Morning. We want to try and be nice and happy with everyone. Well, middle there. I want to be kind of dismissive and a bit of a dick to everyone. Like, yeah, I can see that. Oh, talk about infrastructure. Yeah, fuck it. Screw you, Gus. Staff and I have confidentially analyzed. Interrupted by a groan from one of these. Nice. This guy is the old president here. He's sort of the douchebag in charge. Not necessarily the most charismatic guy. Assistants left the cabinet room, reminded Simon never had quite had a way with people. His facility with numbers had made him the most sought after economic specialist. So, by the way, she's going to try and take us down, so we're going to have to make sure that does not happen. Yeah, so there's a massive recession. Sort of you old Alfonso sort of fucked everything up. He was trying to reform a little too much. I mean, last time I was sort of more aligned to what he was doing, but this time we kind of want to go with the other guy. What's our GDP and debt situation? Jesus Christ. Alright, so we're not good. As you can see up there, bad things are happening. Gotta make it very important notes. Unemployment has skyrocketed, is now staggering 16%, and the inflation is a relative high of 7%. Unemployment is increasing, crime and drug use. We need to get people off the streets. The inflation isn't helping our average citizen either. What is the status of the recession? The economy has been in a recession about negative 6% in the past year. The average GDP has dropped from 15,000 to 10,000. It's like, God, that's not very good. This administration's success depends on our ability to stop the recession. The sooner we can reach GDP growth, the better. All the information I need, let's move on to economic strategy. Simon scattered the paper stack in front of him. So you can see the situation is alarming, but not everything is negative. So, lots of privatization, but we don't like that. We want to nationalize a lot of these companies so that we can get them under the Eggman's control. Anton the Eggman Rayne. Yeah. I think we need to revert to, the Solonomics, which was working on the sort of thing that Tarkin Sol did. Promote a planned economy to stop the recession. To be frank, I still think this was a good idea. We shouldn't go back. Is the main reason of the recession. Self-sufficiency will help us in tough times. We don't want a free market. That sucks in this case. The more of the economy control, the better we can manage the recession. There's a fair argument to be made, but if we reduce the freedom of people in the market in general, it would hinder our innovation and dynamism in the supply and demand equation. Yeah. Say what you will about Alfonso. Without his attempts, our current coffers would be empty and the recession would be a depression. One way to be remembered positively is cause a recession and leave a few bills behind. Structural problems of Solonomics were going to lead to a recession according to the predictions at the time anyway. Either way, even if we pick one of the doctrines, we retain the option to make economic choice on a case-by-case basis. I think we're going to nationalize the fuckers, and then we'll have the army step in and take care of everything. I think that's a good plan. Finding something we can both agree on. Another point. superpowers. Yeah, so basically, because we're not going with the East or the West, we're going to have to try and play to both sides. Uh, which was why we kind of want to have our army be really strong so that we can sort of fight. Obviously, we'll not fight the superpowers, but fight other people. So if we get pulled into sort of a proxy war, we can do well on ourselves, or we can start World War One because technically no world war has happened yet, and then nuke a bunch of people. So that there's possibilities here. Our internal economic plan. I think we're going to focus on a planned economy. Yeah. Yeah. So as we kind of get to make decisions, we get to pick construction companies. We want to keep everything under state control. We're going to kind of align ourselves with the millennialism thinking of that, because we don't have too much money to play around. We have government budget 3 right now, but I promise you that will go down very quickly. So there's lots we need to focus on, and people's rights, not one of them. in this run through, of course, obviously in real life, blah 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 blah. We need to make good decisions. But yeah, what are your final thoughts, Mr. President? Critical institutions to restrain state control is to be fully responsible for delivering services. Critical institutions, yeah, we got to keep them in state control. Promote a planned economy as we promised. Yeah, we want to make sure we have the right guy. Not sure if we made the right decision here. Fuck you, Gus Manger. Fucking stop hitting yourself. Idiot. Gus looked worried. Well, that's fine. We'll just purge. Our guy concludes our meeting. At our next gathering, we will talk about the upcoming infrastructure investment plan. Okay, so we've made a few decisions. We've decided to promote a thing. Planned economy. These guys are not gonna like it when they find out. But yeah, we're going to try and be not too corrupt here and just try and consolidate power by using the military to kind of turn this into a bit of a nation state. We will make one more decision here. Yeah, so mega infrastructure project's pretty good. So there we've already lost one of our budget things, but we will have some of that. This has got to go. Alright, and we will just have one more thing here. Yeah, look at that grin. This guy knows what's up. Oh shit, he's undoing the top 2 buttons. Get some more. Terrible. Yeah, you know what, Peter? One thing we will do, I think we'll try and promote women's rights in this one, because then our wife won't divorce us. So we will try. Let's have right then. I got something. Oh yeah. Let's have a drink. Future waits. Yeah, let's get fucking drunk. It's like early in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, so we just want to be kind of going on our own here. Sure do hope so. Lucian Gallard. This guy fucking knows what's up. He's a smart cookie. Doesn't like this guy, though. These two never quite get along. They always tell you to do different things. Most of the time, this guy's right, though, so we're going to listen to him. Because he's got a better shade of purple. Lucian, how are you? Alright. Right. We're evaluating our stuff. They demand change. We're concerned about the economy and the Constitution, but they blame the system for their problems. Losing their trust in our democracy, woody radicals like Bernard's Circus are becoming more popular. I think this guy's about to get shot. Don't quite remember, but I think a bullet is going into that guy's head. We're not going to. We are not going to be changing power. The US people force aren't wrong to agree that we need change, but we should be in charge. Mr. Richter could be a potential ally in our goal to maintain a majority. A party must fall in line without... Yeah, no, we definitely want to be falling in line. We do not want people to be taking away any of our sort of base power here. The reformist demands are clear. They want to limit the president's veto powers, ensure that the Supreme Court is independent, and take away the court's right to vote on constitutional amendments. Support the reformists. We need a proper balance of power in this country. Absolutely not. Yeah. We will shape our own future. The old guard will do its best to pursue this constitution. Chief Justice Hawker and his allied judges have great influence over the court. Also has the final say over constitutional legislation. Without their approval, we can't even change it. Yeah, no, I don't really want to go against them. There's no real point. We cannot allow obstructionists. Yeah. Yeah, so if we want to do anything, we're going to have to pass it through both the legislative house and then the National Assembly and also the Supreme Court. But right now, I'm more concerned with just getting our power. Last time, if we want to reform, we need to change the Constitution, but in this case, we do not want to be changing the Constitution that much. Start working with the Reform Committee to evaluate all... I don't really want to change it. Unless we get more powers. Yeah, no, we're not. Peter, you're not getting anything. Take away the legislative power of the Supreme Court while holding on to your absolute authority. Make it look like an attempt to consolidate your own power. We would lose all reform support. We can package it as a democratic reform. No matter what you say, I intend to come out of this stronger as the president. Hell yes. They try to paint you as yet another stronger and trying to grab more power for himself. The real power is the judiciary's power, not the president. I can handle him. It will be done under the Rayne administration. It would be quite difficult to secure the 166 votes needed to oppose such a bill. You'd be burning bridges with reformers and the old guard. What do you suggest we do? According to the initial draft of the reformers, there are two changes to the Constitution that are open for discussion. First, the Supreme Court no longer vote on constitutional amendments. Second, the president's absolute veto will be taken away. This can be replaced with a limited veto system by fixing the current loopholes. I'd rather not include either of these points. It will not be accepted by the reformers. The draft has been created with the advice of both our party and the PFG members. Keeping your absolute veto over legislation, but taking away the Supreme Court's influence, would make it look like a power grab. The reformers are pretty loud about their thoughts on this. You know, they think this position breeds dictators. Well, they are correct. But that's sort of what we want. So we need a 2/3 majority, which means we might need to go for the chairman of the NFP here. So if we get this guy and this guy, that's about it. We could get that, and then we could just bribe the shit out of other people. But, okay. We will address their demands. We'll talk about it, and then we'll just not do it in the end. We'll form a reform committee together with all the parties, start reaching out to the stakeholders for a new constitution. By later in the year, we should have an idea of the reform contents and what the other parties want. Another important note is we have to be the Lutherberg group. Yeah, so these guys are like the oligarchs, as it says. They are the business boys. We do not want them to murder us, but we may we want to do a little bit of both. Enter dialogue. One of these privy greedy. Yeah, they are not harmless people either. As far as I know, Marcel Caranti. So this guy's gonna offer us to basically control the media. And then Walter Tusk will give us money to do things to increase our personal wealth, which we don't necessarily need, so that'll be okay. We'll go government budget-wise. The group's influence and important one which should be used to our administration's advantage. That group is dependent on our economic policies. They can't move a finger without us. Yeah, they do have a bit of power. I'm wondering what the best move for dictator is, because in this run I'm gonna play that I don't really care about the people. So I want to be doing my own stuff here. The military can be close allies. Oh, yes. Rumburg is a massive threat. Yeah, so that's... Rumburg is these guys over here. They're kind of a bit of some bastards. It's okay. Defense Minister Josef Janka. Look at that face, eh? Kind of looks like Nolan when he's angry. This guy gives us bad advice. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, everything's good. Cool. Alright, well, I think that's where I'll end it for now. We've had 2 meetings. We'll be making decisions soon. We've kind of said what we want to be doing. For now, I think that's a pretty good place to end it. So, yeah, I'll see you next time.